Hi, my name is Curtis Goldman. Welcome to this week's Kangen Snippet. In the snippets past, we've been talking about this knockoff machine. This is a Life Ionizer, how it is a model 9200, and within 4 years they stopped making this model. They are now called the M9, the exact same thing. It just has a different M9 rather than saying 9200, it says an M9. Then we also talked about how the flow rate, how they have a custom automatic flow control system, which basically means their inlet hoses and their outlet hoses are so small it just leaves a little trickle of water. So today I want to talk about, will these things leak? Because the first thing I noticed when I went to remove this machine, I want to show you something. The very first thing I noticed when I went to pull it out, do you see that big water mark? Do you see this big leak mark all the way down the machine? And I asked this lady, and I says, so has this machine leaked? And she says, oh yeah. And I go, okay. And she goes, that's one of the reasons why I decided to go with an Magic. So I started thinking, how many different areas are there where this machine could actually leak? Now, coming from a construction background, especially when it came to plumbing, if I was going to run a plumbing line from one side of the house to the other side of the house, if I could do it in one continuous piece, I would do that. Because every time you added a connection, every time you added a T or a 90 degree, it just added one more area where it could leak. So I took the bottom panel off this. This is the bottom panel. I pulled that off. And then I looked at the connections underneath this machine. You need to see this. So here we go. Here's the connections underneath this machine. Can you count how many 90-degree angles there are inside of that? There are 20 different 90-degree angles inside of the bottom of this. What that means, there is 40 different areas for this machine to leak just underneath it. Then there is another 18 inside of it. That makes 58 different areas that this machine has a possibility of leaking. That is crazy to me. If you want the absolute best ionizer, if you want the Cadillac of the industry, if you want one that will last more than 4 years, if you want one that will not leak, you definitely want an Magic ionizer. My name is Curtis Goebel, and thank you so much for joining me with this week's Kangen Snippet.